Welcome to the OMG Podcast with Paul Finkelstein. Great advice and talk with small business owners, workaholics, whiz-bang entrepreneurs, and interesting guests. Here's your host, Paul Finkelstein.
Hi, everybody. This is Paul Finkelstein with the OMG Talk Show. Good morning, everybody. I think that this is going to be a really cool topic that I think this is great for the morning. How many people here actually still read books? I mean, books like this, Think and Grow Rich or Think and Grow Rich. It's just two different versions. One's like 400 pages, one's like 200 pages. Does that scare you, by the way, to read a book that's 200 pages? Or The Magic of Thinking Big by David Schwartz, Napoleon Hill, not like one of those boring books that you read in history class if you're one of those types like myself and really wanted to play on the sports field when they were younger. Here's a subtle reminder for all of you out there to HAATNCCYT. What exactly does that mean? Here, I'll make it even bigger for you to read. What is HAATNCSYT? That stands for have an attitude that nobody or nothing can shake your tree. How do you have an attitude that nobody or nothing can shake your tree? Well, reading a book like this, Think and Grow Rich by Dr. Napoleon Hill. This book here is shorter book, but the print is smaller. So you might want to choose the book that has 400 pages and the print is a little bit bigger, but there's still quite a bit of print on there and it might scare some of you. And I know it is scaring some of you. Many people don't really read past high school. They just, after high school, they either get a job or a vocation, or they go to college and they take a job for 40 years. They wake up and it's time to retire. But if you're looking for something more out of life, well, Think and Grow Rich might be the answer for you. And I also highly recommend this book here, The Magic of Thinking Big by Dr. David Schwartz. But essentially, though, both books I would really highly recommend you read at the same time. If you know, when I was in school, I took algebra and geometry and then pre-calculus, all within a 1.5 year period in high school altogether. Since then, I probably don't remember much of the algebra and geometry and pre-calculus, to say the least. But if I went into one of those courses, they could probably brush me up to speed in a 1.5 years for sure, or less. But do you have an attitude where nobody or nothing can shake your tree? And if you don't, then I do highly recommend HAATNCSYT. That's HAATNCSYT. That's HAATNCSYT. Well, that's my message for today. I really highly suggest that you do pick up a book. I highly recommend that this is the book that you should pick up, Think and Grow Rich. You know what? I'm actually talking to myself as well, not just seeing myself in the mirror. This is great reminders for myself, because why? I mean, how often do you let somebody else's attitude shake your tree? In all kinds of different situations. You're in your car, you're at your job, you're in front of a boss, you're in front of a client, you don't have a boss, but you have somebody that's dictating. You have a spouse, you have a friend, you have somebody or something that's gnawing at you. And if you have something gnawing at you, perhaps maybe you also need some help with HAATNCSYT. That's have an attitude that nothing or no one can shake your tree. Well, thanks for joining me here. And Tony has the last word as usual. Let me put this back up on the screen.
You have been listening to the OMG Podcast with Paul Finkelstein. We can help you build wealth without hogging your time. Schedule a one-on-one with us. Thanks for listening. Join us again for another OMG podcast segment.